Alright everyone, welcome back to another Automotive Anatomy episode or video. I don't know what it is. So today we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go visit our buddy Noel. If you guys remember Noel, it's cool, super cool guy, man. He's building a Civic. He's putting a G23 turbo, and he's all in the core guy, but this is the first time he's been you know, kind of messing with Civics. And so his chassis that he's using, I think it's a 96. I think it's a 96 Civic sedan. It was his wife's old daily, and so the car was giving them a little bit of issues. So he's like, yeah, just use another, you know, newer car and let me play with this one. So I think it's gonna be pretty cool.
Just come by anytime and pick up the motor, man. No.
We'll see. We'll see. Come on, Noel. Tempting. The more you tell me, the more I'm gonna be tempted.
No, I really don't have this for it.
I know, but my car's working fine.
I don't want to sell it.
First and foremost, the breakfast. His wife is a great cook, so thank you so much for the breakfast, Noel. Noel's wife, thank you so much. So this is it. Noel is bringing the monster of motor. I should probably be helping him. He's a young guy. He got it.
I don't want to sell anything, and then they're gonna say it's lemon.
That's true. That's true. I get you. So Noel, we interview him on his Accord, and obviously all the process he's done is on his YouTube channel, Net 2. And then he decided to take on the challenge of a Civic. And the power plant is this beautiful G23 turbo that he's pushing out here. But before we show the build and before he explains all the goodness that he's gonna work on, look at the engine bay. He did this all himself. And so he's been prepping it. He's been, you know, he replaced all the suspension pieces, so all that is done. And then now he's having a conflict, and a good conflict, I guess I would say, whether to paint the car outside or not. I personally think that he should live as is, but I think he's already invested into this build quite a bit, and he's gonna paint it, you know. So he already changed the suspension in the back, changed the suspension in the front, and then he was telling me that he's still messing with the shifter linkage, all that good stuff. He needs to create a little bit more holes because he wants to keep the center console, he wants to keep it cup holders, wants to keep it low pro. So a lot of work has been done and still to go. So I don't know what he's gonna decide to do, but yep, here's the beast that will power that Civic. It's wild. I'll let him decide. I'll let him explain, not decide, explain everything that he's gonna be doing, adding to this power goals. And yeah, this is crazy. A lot of attention to detail for something that was just a side project. It kind of has come out of it's no longer a side project. So Noel, thank you so much for the breakfast, like I mentioned. So what's up with this?
Well, I'm still waiting on some parts on this one, and I still have the LSD on order. And I'm gonna use one of my M2S for transmission, and also I have a blog going on that transmission because I'm gonna change the fifth gear. And you know, some other guys, they're complaining about 80 miles an hour, their RPMs like 4,000. Yeah. So and that's what I did on this car. I neutered the fifth gear.
Oh, okay.
So that's coming up on my blog.
Gotcha.
Show detail.
So what have you done to this? Is it tell us a little
ready to go. And this is the F23 block, F23 internals, and K20 pistons.
K20?
Yeah, K20 pistons.
Oh.
Yeah, low compression piston, made by CP, and the head is H22. And for some guys that watch my blog, that I had some problem as far as lining up timing marks on this one, so I went and got me an adjustable gears. And for H22 guys, I've been building H20 for a long time. I never knew that it has a witness hole here where you could drop in a pin to tell you that the cam is dead on, like from where it should be. And that's what I followed.
Gotcha.
I did some research on it too before I did it. Drop a pin and then set my gear. Because I think what happened when I had the block re-sleeve by LA Sleeve, and I think they might have taken too much of material off from the block, and then that created the mess for not lining up. But it's still within, but I want to do it right.
Okay. Wow.
A few degrees.
And then with the turbo, what setup are you going with?
This is a GTX 3582 made by Pulsar, and the only difference is it's got 10 blades on there, compressor blades, and it's billet. Same size of what I have to on Snow White. I just want to give it a try. See what it does.
And what's the power goal for this? That laugh. That laugh.
If I could surpass this one, that 419, I'll be a happy camper. But we'll see.
You wanted more than that?
Yeah.
Well, because you're thinking about something else. Oh, God.
Yeah.
See, no, it's crazy. No,
Well,
it's in a good way.
Well, I guess with if I'm pushing less horsepower, being on the Civic, it's got less weight than that one. So it'll be different power to weight.
It's just 400 would be enough on that car. That's it. That's no more than 400.
That's why I could not go back.
Yeah, you're no longer an NA guy.
Yeah, if I can, I just can't.
I mean, you're thinking about painting the car. I don't think you should, but keep it like nice and sleeper and just
keep the battle scar on.
Yeah. Because then nobody would know, like nobody would think anything of it. And then you have this thing and that thing, and you just kind of pull off.
Sleeper.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Sleeper and no beat up on top of that.
Yeah, this one here, I don't know if that I just fitted a hybrid bracing, a shifter. And I just don't want something that, you can buy off the shelves and slap it on. Well, since this is not made for this car, I made it to fit without even cutting. Not yet, but but it worked.
Okay.
Yeah. I cut the tunnel because every people on the web said, oh, you gotta cut a hole right there. But since I made a modification on this, now it's different. I should have thought about that, but I'll be the guinea pig.
Okay.
For someone else.
Well, thank you.
To try it.
Thank you.
But since I have all the equipment to put it back together, I can always re-weld it.
Yeah, and then just
go paint it, and then nothing would happen.
Gotcha.
So that's all.
And speaking of being a guinea pig, he actually did a video on his channel about big brake setup for an Accord. For those that may not know, that like the 5th gen Accord, they have hub over rotor, and it's really impossible to find a big brake kit. So he recently bought the spoon calipers for this car, and then he said that one of his subscribers mentioned, like, hey, have you tried this so and so. So anybody that still has hub over rotor can use a V6
11-inch rotors
Accord
from Station Wagon. That's the one that's got a bigger rotors.
From a 5th gen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A 95 or 96.
Okay, 96. And then just gotta shimmy it, space the caliper out, and then that works.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I might even consider that for Rosie, but we'll see. We'll see.
That was a good discovery, because no one had.
I've never seen it.
Mention anything about it.
No, because everybody goes Acura RL.
Yeah.
Or NSX.
NSX. Yeah. Two-pot.
Yeah. But I've never seen that. So when you sent me that, I was like, crap. It's so, well, I mean, aside from the caliper being expensive, but then that's pretty cool to have, The only problem, the spoon calipers will let you clear 16.
16 inch.
That's the low. Okay.
16 and 17 inch.
Remind us, where can we find? What was the name of your channel?
Sagit Netu.
So I got and congratulations for passing 1,000
you.
subscribers.
Yeah. Well, can I say something?
Go ahead.
I just want to thank everyone that watches my blog, and hey, without you guys, you know, I would not have this. But anyway, thanks a lot for the new subscriber. You know, it's all about working on cars and just engines.
Engines and
I'm engines and turbo manifolds. So
yeah, he says he's never going back to NA.
I don't know. Left is just the booster, then this one
Goes in
you'll
there.
see the transformation. Yeah.
All right.
And
Well,
everyone knows what wheels I'm gonna put on there.
and knowing this guy, he's gonna be like, "Oh, I changed my mind. Let's go all-wheel drive."
Those are not reliable.
Those are not
I
reliable.
would never go there.
We'll see. I will catch you guys on the next video. Thank you, Noel. Appreciate it, man.
That four-wheel drive comes with a drive shaft. You always have an axle in your trunk.
Yeah.
This one, I don't even bring any tools in my car. If it breaks, whatever
Whoa.
I have,
What's a Civic, man?
you know.
It's a Civic. Of course, don't break. But now that he's in the Civic world, he probably should have some tools with him.